In this video, I'm going to discuss what makes a successful residential assisted living and how to properly set yourself up to be able to eventually exit if you choose to sell your residential assisted living. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serg. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that each and every single one of you have shown this channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not yet, make sure to go check out Legion Assisted Living Academy, where I teach how to start your own residential assisted living from A to Z. So if you're interested, make sure to check that out in the link down below. Also, if you want to schedule a one-on-one consultation call with me, it is $150 for a half hour, and you can schedule that down below as well. And if you're looking to passively invest into this industry and residential assisted living, or be an operator who is looking to expand, check out valleyalfventures.com and submit the questionnaire depending on what category you fall in and what you're looking to do and achieve. So make sure to go check that out on our website. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video. Running a successful residential assisted living is very crucial when it comes to you eventually wanting to sell your business. The reason being is because a lot of people forget a couple crucial things when it comes to running your residential assisted living. And when it comes time to actually potentially sell that business, it becomes very hard. So I'm gonna talk about how to properly run a successful residential assisted living and also set yourself up to eventually exit that or make a profit on your residential assisted living. So let's talk first about how to properly run your residential assisted living and set yourself up for success. The very important thing is making sure that you actually charge the rates that you can actually charge and make sure that that's supported. So in order to run a successful, profitable business in general, you need to make sure that you are charging enough per bed and per your services to make sure that at the end of the month you are coming out profitable, and making sure at the end of the year that you're also coming out profitable. And a lot of people make this mistake of not charging enough and actually not creating themselves a positive NOI for their business, meaning a net operating income. And that actually will ultimately affect you later on down the road when you do try to go sell. Because when you do try to go sell and someone who actually has business acumen and actually knows what they're looking at, they're going to be looking at your numbers. They're going to be looking at your monthly P&Ls. They're going to be looking at your tax returns. They're going to be looking at multiple things. So in order to properly sell that business at a later time, you need to properly charge the rates that you need to charge to show that you're being profitable and having a historical P&L that shows that as you go on, you should be increasing not only the rates, but also your revenue at the end of the day. And if that's not being shown, well, if you just have a spike in your income, that could raise some red flags for that potential buyer. So you want to make sure that you charge the right rates. Secondly, what you also want to do is eventually be able to own that real estate at some point. Because if you can actually have your business backed by the real estate, that's going to be very crucial when it comes time to exit, because the valuation on some of these businesses is very gray. It's very hard to say what that business is really valued. Typically, what you see in just the standard business industry is that people try to sell their business for either 1/2x of what their net operating income is, or 3x of that. So somewhere in between 1.5 and 3x of the net operating income that you are making with your business is what that business's valuation is. And because of this industry, because there's so many ebbs and flows when it comes to vacancies, occupancies, and where that business is currently standing at, sometimes if you are very fortunate enough to have a full home when you go to sell your business, which is ideal, then you can actually charge a premium. But if you have less than, full occupancy, you're sitting at 80%, 70%, well, now your business isn't technically valued at that point. And people try to make the argument that it could potentially be this income, but that's not where the income is as it stands. And so you have to understand when you go to actually try to run the successful business that you are keeping track of all your P&Ls and that you are showing how you're increasing those rates and how you're increasing your revenue year after year. And another thing is making sure that you are keeping track of all your financials, which I just mentioned. So you want to make sure that your books are clean, that everything is accounted for. You don't want things popping up or doing things that you shouldn't be doing as far as labor law goes by paying people under the table, paying cash, whatever the case may be, just simply because it's more convenient. You don't want to be doing that. And there's a lot of people that try to argue that and try to justify it, but it's not the right way to do things. And you want to make sure you're doing the right things, because at the end of the day, if your goal is to build this up and eventually exit, you want to be able to show very clean books. You can't just be showing stuff that doesn't make any sense or you can't account for, because that will show up red flags. Now, at the end of the day, is that something that the new owner or the new operator is able to actually get around and adjust? Of course, the new operator can come in there and adjust those things to be by the book and make sure that everything is the way it should be. And if that's the case, well, if somebody's got to come in and take care of that stuff, that business isn't valued what it normally could be. And because of the fact that there's going to be a lot more legwork that's going to be implemented up front. And so in order to successfully run these businesses, you have to make sure that you increase those rates and that you're charging the rates that you should be, keeping track of your financials, making sure that your CPA is doing that month to month, because a month to month is very important, especially when you try to break it down and really account for every expense. Now, if there's expenses that the new owner is not going to have that you have, for instance, maybe a car payment that you are writing off, or some other construction that you're doing at another assisted living facility that you may have, whatever the case is, that stuff can be taken out. But every new buyer that comes in that knows what they're doing is going to want to look at that and account for that. And so at the end of the day, also making sure that your employees are properly documented and are on payroll, and you can account for all these different things when it comes time to sell your business. Because if you can, you're going to have a way smoother transition and a lot easier time actually exiting your residential assisted living business if you choose to at a later date. And a lot of things are happening in the industry, whereas a lot of residential assisted living owners aren't increasing those rates, aren't doing the things that they should be doing to make sure that they're profitable. Because at the end of the day, if you got to go in there and work in your business and not on your business, which is something a lot of people end up doing, especially owner operators, they end up working in their business and not on their business. So they never actually can get ahead. And the whole point of being a business owner is to be able to set yourself up, to be able to expand it, to be able to provide more jobs. But you can't do that when you're working in your business at any given time. And so being able to scale a proper team and get a proper team in place is going to be very crucial, and is going to help you succeed in this business, and is going to help you run a successful residential assisted living. And so you want to make sure that you account for all these things, right? And hopefully if this video did help and gave you guys some more clarity on how to properly run your residential assisted living to the point where you can have a successful exit, those are the things that I would suggest on a high level. I know a lot of people want all the details, but I can't really do that in a video, right? It takes multiple videos. Those are things that I can get on a consultation call and we can discuss more in depth for whoever is more interested on these different topics. And with that being said, again, thank you so much for all the love and support. Make sure to watch all the videos up top. And again, if you want to schedule a one-on-one consultation call, that link will be down below. Make sure to also check out Legion Assisted Living Academy and check out valleyalfventures.com if you're looking to expand your residential assisted living business, and or if you're looking to possibly invest with us passively. And with that being said, I will talk to you all in the next one. God bless.